I'm gonna get a video, hopefully. I've made several attempts at this, but between my poor videoing ability and the weather, it's been a little more challenging than I expected. But I was able to wash the car during breaks in the weather yesterday. Hard to see, but a couple of scratches there. There's a pretty neat aftermarket badge that it's a little Easter egg for the stroker motor that's in it. There's a deep scratch there, looks to be down to the primer. All the glass, and a little bit of wear on the mirror. All the glass is in good shape. There's no cracks, there's no chips, there's no rock chips, there's no cracks. Here's the black paint that's on the hood, the gas cap here, the rear wing, and the deck panel, unfortunately. And there's another little Easter egg badge. 4-piston Wilwood brakes on the rear, 6 in the front. There's surface rust on them because I washed the car yesterday and they started surface rusting almost immediately, but it comes right off. I mean, the first time you drive it. So there's a little bit of this black paint here on the badge. I took a little bit of solvent, not some strong solvent, but a little bit of solvent that was able to get that off. It came off on this plastic badge, and you can see it's the original Pontiac emblem, but it's just the weather has sucked it right out of it. The color, it looked just like this one. There's no body damage. There's not even a ding on it that I could find. There's some rock chips. This is a chip in the paint. I say it's a rock chip, but it's a chip in the paint. There's a lot. There is a small. Oh, I just saw it right there. Just a small little ding. Little spot here. There's just a few spots all around the car. All the rubber weather stripping is in real good shape. This right here, you know, it's coming up a little bit. Don't beat me up over the blue lights. The car came just like that. I wouldn't have done it, but I did take a rag and try to clean this up. Just get the dirt off of it so you get a better look. I didn't scrub on it too hard. I don't know if that's staining or where, I can't tell. It looks like staining. There's a little bit more up front. Definitely no rust. Dirty, but clean. The interior is really clean. I mean, I did clean on it a little bit myself, but as far as how clean it is, I mean, it was basically this clean when I got it. There's a little bit of bolster wear. There's no rips or anything in the leather. There's no rips in the leather. There's bolster wear on both sides, a little bit more on the driver's side. And as far as, let's Let's see. Maybe hard to. This is the passenger seat here. The headrest is in good shape. And you can tell the leather is getting a little tight on it. And it may just be a matter of time before it does something similar. This is what a lot of them look like right here. The seams right here. All the other seams look fairly good. You could, like I said, you can tell with the heat, the leather. I don't know if it's shrinking or. A little bit of bolster wear here on the passenger seat. Hurst short throw shifter on the, that's on that Magnum T56. Here's an exhaust cutout right here. This is closed. This is open. Right here, it's got oil pressure, voltage meters. It's got an aftermarket deck in it. I believe both front speakers play. The back deck, I believe, and this side plays, but as I recall, that side, I didn't hear any sound come out of it. The headliner. Headliner doesn't look to be sagging much, if at all. There's a small wrinkle there, but it doesn't feel like it's drooping any. I don't know if that's just yeah, that may be starting. The fabric, all the fabric looks to be original. If it was peeling and put back on, I can't tell. I don't see any signs of someone adding adhesive to it. All the window tint, as far as I can tell, all the window tint's in good shape. There's, on the A-pillar over here, there's a couple of more gauges. And this fabric, it matches pretty good. I can't tell the difference between the fabric on this A-pillar and the original fabric. So whoever did that did a really good job. If it's not like a maybe original aftermarket type piece, could be. Oh, I lost my flashlight. The hood here, the insulation and whatever blocks these vents off has been removed for airflow. And it definitely, well, the G8 was the same way. It got, well, I guess engine bays in general, pretty hot. Got a aftermarket fuel regulator. Of course, I mean, this is the business end of it, the stroker motor. It's a LS2 aluminum block with the stroker assembly in it. It's a Ford stroker. At least, you know, well, he did confirm, and I confirmed with where he bought it. This company right here, this cylinder heads, Livernois. They did confirm that there was a stroker, their stroker forged rotating assembly in there. or that the kit was sold to the owner anyway. American Racing headers, looks like ceramic coating. 243 heads. It's, like I said, it's got the company logo on these cylinder heads are the same company that the stroker come from. MSD brackets, coils, Taylor wires. It's got ARP head studs, ARP header bolts. For that matter, it's got ARP water pump bolts. Fast intake, rail, throttle body. I can't tell what brand throttle body this is. And then here's this ProCharger F1A and some information about it. Some carb compliance stickers. There you can get a little bit of a visual on the, well, it doesn't want to, aftermarket fluid damper. There's some oil catch cans. There's a positive junction block and a negative, the negative junction area. The battery was moved from the front and the back, and I'll show you that too. Here's the plate for the car. Intercooler for the supercharger. There's an aftermarket lip here. It's a flexible lip, which I thought was pretty neat versus like a hard plastic one. Here's some odd and ends. It's a aluminum belly pan. There's the race valve. You can tell it blows off the atmosphere. And it's fairly loud. It's decently loud. When the car's running, that's pretty much what you hear. New alternator. New suspension pieces. The wheel bearings on the front driver and front passenger those look to be new, probably put on whenever the brakes were put on. A little bit more of the front of the engine. No oil leaks that I can see from here. No rust. Aside from just, you know, surface rust, some of the coating coming off, there may be some rust that way, but it's definitely not a northern car. Driver's side. These are niche wheels, I guess. I don't know much about them. And these tires, as I was washing them, I noticed that these decals probably come with the tires, and you could tell that it's got an adhesive, some kind of tire adhesive, that these right here were put on The tires didn't come like this. These were put on, and I mean, you probably can get those off, and I would rather take them off. But then to get that glue and everything off behind them, I just don't know what kind of can of worms you would open up. On the driver's side here, filthy but not rusty. There's part of the X pipe. That's the X pipe part of the exhaust. There's cutouts right there, exhaust cutouts. That's where that button in the interior, it opens and closes those. The headers go into a catless mid pipe. Here's the Magnum T56. The clutch, I'm not sure what kind of clutch that has in it. It seems to hold up pretty well. It hasn't, now I looked at the registration. I've put all but 400 miles on this car since we got it, and I haven't pushed it hard enough to even see if there's any issues with the clutch. I don't think that it has enough tire on it to be able to put all that power down in the first place. There's a close-up at the cutouts. A little bit more of that drive shaft, one-piece drive shaft. There's a little bit of that rear end. Some more as far as the car and the metal, and it's definitely not a Northern car. I mean, I think you could tell already that it's not a Northern car. And here's the driver's rear. Some polished bumper inserts. Here's the that MagnaFlow exhaust, the rear end. Now I'm just sticking the camera in here. I can't see anything. I can see the bottom half of the diff. There's a tag. Back side of the passenger wheel. Back side of the driver's. Now, I can't see much from where I'm at. So So what I'll do, I'll end this video here and do a cold start